getting the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Super Mario Party Jamboree this week, and I am very excited. Today, I'm going to be talking about all of the major additions that this expansion is going to be adding to Super Mario Party Jamboree. And keep in mind as well that I'm actually also going to be live streaming the game when it comes out on Thursday. I've already got a stream planned with Toontress, Nintendo Fangirl, and Daniel from GVG. We're going to be playing a few of the different modes, trying some different things out, and I am very excited to do that for you all. So if you enjoy this video, definitely consider dropping a like, comment, and subscribing, all of that stuff down below. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified of whenever I upload, and do consider becoming a ZakPak member. It would mean a lot to my little heart. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So, let's talk about the game itself. It is called Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Dude, that title is freaking insane. I complained about Super Mario Party Jamboree when it came out having too long of a title, but this? Jesus Christ! But, I digress, that's the name, we're gonna have to live with it. I'm just gonna call it Jamboree TV for the sake of time. So, Jamboree TV is going to be releasing on Thursday, and if you want to get the full bundle of Super Mario Party Jamboree plus Jamboree TV, it'll set you back $80. But if you already have Super Mario Party Jamboree, then you can get that Jamboree TV update for just $20. So think of it as an expansion DLC like many games get. I feel like people are going to complain about the $80 price tag with this one, but I mean, it's the base game, and then you're buying the DLC as well. Lots of games do this. This isn't anything new or crazy, so I don't think it's anything to complain about, in my personal opinion, but you do you if you're going to complain more about the price. Okay, enough about the price. Let's get into each individual mode and talk about what there is on offer. So, we're actually going to start off with the Mario Party mode. Yes, there are new additions to Mario Party mode in this expansion. Now, no, there's no new boards. I know that's going to be a big disappointment to people, but honestly, I don't mind. Jamboree already has 7 boards, which is on the higher end of how much each entry has, so I'm not complaining, especially if it just means we're going to get another actual Switch 2 Mario Party at some point, hopefully within the next year or two. I really don't mind it. But we do get some other really cool things. First of all, we get 2 new modes that you can play in Party mode. Firstly, we have tag team battles. Now, here it's simply a 2v2 matchup where you're split into teams of 2, and you gotta play the party mode and get as many coins and stars collectively as a duo and beat the other team. Now, functionality-wise, this is very similar to Free-For-All Mario Party, except obviously you're in 2 teams of 2. But there are some notable differences, mainly being the Together dice. The Together dice is a new item exclusive to this mode where if you use it, you will summon your partner to you, roll together, and you can even collect more than 1 star when you pass a star space. It seems like a really cool item that, when used properly, could be really advantageous, and I'm very excited to see what this 2v2 mode has to offer. More interestingly though, in my opinion, there is another mode called Frenzy Mode. Now in this mode, there's only 5 turns, so there's not much game time for you to mess around with. But you all start with 50 coins, a double dice item, and a star, and your objective is to win in those 5 turns. And basically these 5 turns play as the home stretch, aka the last 5 turns of any Mario Party match. If you land on the same space as someone, you duel. So it seems like they're going for a fast-paced, chaotic, quick play session, and I'm really interested to see how this plays out. This is going to be the mode we're going to play on live stream on Thursday, so I'm interested to see how this goes. Those are the main things that Party Mode adds in this expansion, but what else is there? Well, there's a couple other things as well. Firstly, it has Nintendo Switch 2 camera integration. Now, it's basically integrated throughout the whole game. You know, landing on certain spaces, you'll see the webcam do certain effects. In certain mini-games, the webcam will do stuff. And if something happens, like you land on a chance time space, there's this cool, you know, roulette effect whenever the chance time's going on that'll show the reactions of everyone who's being chance timed. It's actually a pretty cool thing, and I'm excited to see it in action. I have a feeling there's going to be some other smaller things that they're going to tweak with the party mode, maybe adding some more options they're not telling us about, kind of like with what they did with Mario Kart when it got its DLC and they did things that they didn't tell us, like adding custom items and all that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe there's a few more little secrets about party mode that we just don't know right now. Bowser Live, one of the new modes that's being added to this game. Now, this mode heavily emphasizes using the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, so if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, this mode isn't going to be as fun for you. Basically, you're performing for Bowser, and you really want to impress him, and there's a couple mini-games that'll help you do that. Like, for example, there's a mini-game where you're bashing on question blocks, and whoever bashes it the most wins. There's also a timing squatting mini-game where you gotta squat when Bowser tells you to. And then there's like a grand finale finisher where all of you have to like jump around, make noise, and I swear to God, my neighbors are gonna hate me when I'm doing that. But if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, then there seems to be an alternative. There are also minigames that don't require the camera, like, for example, a mic minigame where you're kind of commanding a little car to move along a score scale. This mode specifically seems to be more of a mode that promotes kind of getting up, screaming, yelling, having a little bit of fun, just kind of being a carefree, like, just kind of fun mode. Carnival Coaster, on the other hand, is a very interesting one. This one seems to be co-op focused, where you're all in a roller coaster cart and you're using the Nintendo Switch 2 mouse controls to complete a set of tasks. For example, you are shooting enemies that are popping up in front of you on the roller coaster, and then once you go into certain gates, you will play certain mini-games that again rely on the Nintendo Switch 2 mouse controls, and you're working together to complete a certain task. Honestly, this heavily reminds me of the river survival mode from Super Mario Party, where you're all in a raft and you're playing mini-games cooperatively to make it to the end. Because the objective is the exact same here on this roller coaster. You're trying to build up your time so that you can make it to the end before the time runs out. And there's a few different level variations, so you don't have to play in the same environment the whole time, so I think that's pretty cool as well. Like with Bowser Live heavily relying on the camera and the microphone, this mode relies more so on the mouse controls, and thankfully, since all Switch 2 Joy-Cons have the mouse control support, it should be no problem for people to just pick up this mode and play it. Let's talk about some of the other features that are being added to Jamboree TV. Firstly, we have the fact that there are 20 minigames that are going to be added. Now, I'm assuming most of those minigames are the minigames from Bowser Live and Carnival Coaster, but there's probably a few others that we haven't seen as well, as there's 20 in total. And of course, they use the microphone, the camera, the mouse controls. It all uses the Switch 2's functionality. So I'm assuming, kind of like with the motion control minigames, you'll probably be able to turn them off as well if you do not wish to use them in the party mode, especially if you're playing with Nintendo Switch 1 users. Speaking of playing with Nintendo Switch 1 users, you actually can play Jamboree TV with someone who owns a Nintendo Switch 1. Kind of. You can use Game Share, because Game Share is being added to this game, though it's not as impressive as you might initially think. Seemingly, Game Share only works when playing party mode on Mega Wiggler's Tree Party and can only be used with that board and only in that mode. It sucks that you can't even play the rest of the boards. You're only stuck to Mega Wiggler's Tree Party, which is honestly one of the weaker boards of the game. But I guess it's better than nothing. It's a way for you to be able to play with Switch 1 users or just anyone locally to you. But then again, I feel like most people probably either have Super Mario Party Jamboree already. It sucks at the end of the day that there's really not much here with Game Share, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. So there you have it, guys. Those are the new things that Super Mario Party Jamboree is going to be having with the Jamboree TV expansion. Let me know if you're getting Jamboree TV down in the comments down below. I would truly appreciate to hear what you all have to say, and I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely make sure to subscribe, you guys. I would really appreciate it. We're getting close to 7,000 subscribers, so I really hope that we can hit 7,000 subscribers at some point soon. And I got nothing else to say besides consider becoming a ZakPak member. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.